Right now, Trump is facing multiple challengers in the Republican presidential primary, including his former vice president and former Indiana Governor Mike Pence.
And as you heard moments ago, Pence has been very critical of the president, especially in this indictment. CBS 4's Jenny Drasler spoke with a political analyst who broke down what this indictment and Pence's testimony means for his political future. Jenny.
Well, Max and Debbie, if you look through this 45-page indictment, which I did, Vice President, or more directly, Mike Pence is mentioned more than 100 times. I spoke to a political science professor with UIndy today, and she says how Pence defines his relationship or lack thereof with Trump will be key in determining if Pence has any chance in winning the Republican nomination.
Former Vice President and former Indiana Governor Mike Pence did not mince words at the Indiana State Fair when asked about the new indictment against former President Donald Trump. The former president is accused of pressuring Pence to reject electoral votes numerous times before the insurrection.
And the first time I heard in early December somebody suggest that as vice president I might be able to decide which votes to reject and which to accept, I knew that it was false.
The indictment also states when Pence refused to overturn the results, Trump berated him and called Pence too honest. Wednesday, Pence repeatedly defended his actions, citing the Constitution.
For my part, I want people to know that I had no right to overturn the election, and that what the president maintained that day, and frankly has said over and over again over the last 2.5 years, is completely false.
We spoke to Laura Wilson, an associate political science professor with UIndy, about Pence's remarks. She says Pence's outspoken tone is a defining moment when it comes to Pence clearly distancing himself from Trump, which could backfire.
He has to be able to think what's going to be most successful for him to get the nomination. He's going to have to still court some of those Trump supporters, which are a majority of the Republican Party right now.
And with Trump leading in the polls, Wilson says what Pence does next will be key in determining if he has a shot at the nomination.
I'm not sure how it plays out for Mike Pence at this point, and I think that is really where we have to test the strategy and see if this works, if this resonates with voters.
And we have more from what Pence said today at the fair and the analysis from Professor Wilson on our website at cbs4indy.com. Jenny Drasler, CBS 4 News.